welcome everyone to this monumental day where we are unveiling the Owensboro track and field. I'd like to first recognize all of our coaches, athletes, school officials, and the Chamber of Commerce and others that might be here today that have been past champions, coaches from Wesley and coaches from Owensboro. I'd like to welcome you officially to this day. I'd also like to take the time to thank the OPS Maintenance Department for all of their work on this project, as well as Danco and RBS Design, who designed this incredible facility. Thank you guys for being here today. The football/soccer field that I'm standing on right now is named and always has been named Vidito Allison Field after J.V. Vidito and James Allison, who were two longtime OPS board members. So that will be the name of the actual field. There's such a rich tradition of track and cross country and track and field in Owensboro. In fact, OHS has won 2 state championships in boys track, 4 in girls track, and 5 in cross country. I believe some of those state champions are here today along with coaches. I want to take the time to recognize them. The old track witnessed several incredible races. But now, it's time to take the time to pass that tradition to a new era. A state-of-the-art facility made possible by Owensboro Public Schools, Owensboro Health, and Kentucky Wesleyan College. This rubberized track is first class, complete with space for field events, as you'll kind of see behind me. It's much safer for student athletes and hopefully will produce some record times. The track will be used by the OMS and OHS track and cross country teams, Kentucky Wesleyan College track and cross country teams, and OMS football and soccer teams. Owensboro Health has the opportunity to host community events here, like a 5K, for example. The track will be open to the public at no cost on certain mornings from 5 to 7 a.m., and we will announce those dates at a later time. I'd now like to introduce Owensboro Public School Superintendent Dr. Nick Brake.
The baton has been passed. Well, I want to today take a moment and just identify some of the great partnerships and thank those partners, because this event really is the manifestation of things that happen when community members and partners and organizations in a community work together. I want to start with Bart Darrell, who is the president of Kentucky Wesleyan College. This was really a brainchild of his, and working closely with the hospital and their support for Kentucky Wesleyan and their support for the wellness of the community. Please take a minute and thank Bart Darrell for what he did to get this project started. And of course, I think it goes without saying the role that Owensboro Health has played, not just in healing the sick, but also identifying in this community how vitally important it is for a community to be focused on wellness and ways that people can avert serious health problems by participating in active events. The proximity of this facility to the health park, I think, is going to generate a lot of really great activities and great wellness programs that we'll all share. So let's thank Owensboro Health, their president, Greg Strahan, and their representative today, Steve Johnson. I also want to recognize and thank the Owensboro Board of Education. Sometimes I think I bring them all kinds of crazy partnerships and ideas, and certainly this is one of those that we discussed and we all saw this as a great win-win for this facility and for this community. So with us today is our chair, Dan Griffith, our vice chair, Jeremy Edge, and Nancy Eskridge, and the two other board members. I don't know if John Blaney is here or Melissa Decker are here in the audience, but I want to take a moment and thank the Owensboro Board of Education for their support for this project. And lastly, I want to thank the Chamber for being here, and I think that one of the things that will be a major element of this project and of this facility is that the economic impact with tourism. We are a great sports tourism community, and one thing that we lacked was an event to host world-class track and field facilities that will bring visitors to this community. So Candace Brake, the president, other members of the chamber staff, and the business community and the tourism community have embraced this project, and they see the value of this partnership for the community. So let's thank them. And I'm going to turn the baton over to Bart Darrell, the president of Kentucky Wesleyan.
Welcome, Dr. Brake. Thank you for all that you've done for this project, and it's been a privilege to work with the Owensboro Public Schools, as we do on many things in many different ways. This is an unbelievable facility. Owensboro Health, I'll just echo what's been said about them. No great community can be great without great civic partners, and I don't think anybody would deny that Owensboro Health is the top of the top when you start measuring civic partners in this community. So thank you. I won't repeat everything that Dr. Brake said, but I will point out that now, because of this facility, we will have NCAA track and field for the first time in the history of Owensboro and Davis County. And I want to point out our track and field and cross country scholar athletes from Kentucky Wesleyan. Raise your hands if you would. And this is a great team of great young people who will make you very proud in this community. And lastly, I just want to say that this is a collaborative effort. And at Kentucky Wesleyan, we believe in those. And we believe that in not just in higher education, but in economic development and community growth, those things are important. There's way too much repetition in everything, and anything that we can do as a community, as parts, to be better than ourselves, we should do it. This is but one example. Thank you all very, very much.
Next up, I'd like to introduce Steve Johnson with Owensboro Health.
Good morning. What a fabulous day, and a good day to be out here in some running shoes. So Owensboro Health, Dr. Brake already said our mission is to heal the sick and improve the health of the communities we serve, and sometimes that involves construction of new facilities for greater access. Sometimes it involves partnerships that don't involve any equipment or facilities. And when we make these partnerships, what we call these are community health investments. We're pleased to partner with Owensboro Public Schools in realizing what I will call the startup phase of this community health investment. It does represent, if you look at it that way, the community's newest state-of-the-art health and wellness facility. We made a series of announcements last week about our Community Health Investment Grant Program. Part of that was AEDs in the Owensboro Public Schools, including this facility. We were with Principal Mosley at Faust Elementary School last week offering our support of the Mindful Moment program on the Trauma-Informed Care Pilot Project, which is an outstanding project. And we do this because one of our 4 priority focus areas is on school and children's health. And like the Owensboro Public School System and the other 2 school systems in our community, we recognize that the future of health in our community is our kids. So what an outstanding addition to the health of our community. And I would like to note my thanks to Dr. Brake, to Lisa McCarty, and also to the board in approving a comprehensive smoke-free policy at this facility, which will ensure that no child will be exposed to secondhand smoke while attending an event or being in this facility. So I use the term startup phase of this investment because I know there's much more that's going to happen here. It's a beautiful facility, but it's just that. It's a facility. Much like Owensboro Health Regional Hospital is a beautiful facility, but it's just that. It's what takes place in and around this facility that's going to truly change lives. So that's the challenge on the phases that lie ahead. Hosting world-class track and field events, football games, at the collegiate, high school, and middle school level, that's understood. There is a roadmap for that. And I know Dr. Gaddis and his team are going to be wildly successful, along with Bart Darrow and his team in terms of building upon a great tradition. But what a privilege for students to participate in these events and for us to host visitors from around the nation that come here for these events. But how can we further capitalize on this facility in other creative ways to improve the health of our community and, most importantly, our children? How do we reach those that do not or cannot participate in organized events? We commend the Owensboro Public Schools Board of Education administration on their commitment to finding ways to do that. How can we create opportunities for at-risk youth to become engaged in programs at a facility like this that may just be the defining moment in their lives? How can we use this facility to reduce childhood diabetes, obesity, bullying, and the rate of teenage suicide in our community, for example? I know that these are exactly the things that Dr. Brake, Lisa McCarty, and her team are contemplating. These are the phases that lie ahead that Owensboro Health looks forward to partnering in conjunction with the use of this facility. So again, on behalf of the Owensboro Health Community Investment Program and the entire Owensboro Health team, congratulations on reaching this milestone, and we look so forward to partnering with you all in the lives that are going to be changed ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. All right, now comes time for a little ribbon cutting. So if I could get a couple of the Owensboro Chamber of Commerce, if you go right through that gate or that gate, there's not really a close one, come right here onto the field, and we'll do a little ribbon cutting.
Between me and you. Come on, guys. You're up front.
You ready? You got the athletes in here? We got our athletes in?
We wear some hats around here. Let me,
They just smell pretty.
what camera?
Which camera? Ready?
I like this angle. All right, you all go ahead.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
You've done that before, haven't you? Thank you.
Get the right.